Yeah,
Hey, you
looking
gotta wear
good.
that. Gotta wear that for the next 2 days. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Patriotic.
I'll go to sleep in it.
Hey, he's an old man. They're used to wearing the same clothes every day.
Oh, well, that's a
right.
jacket. You can put that jacket on every day.
Hey,
Yeah.
if they don't stand up in the corner, they ain't worth wearing. You know what I mean?
Hey, Frank, I want you to see, I have red, white, and blue too. It's just a little bit smaller
Hey,
than
Irv,
yours.
how you doing, buddy?
Good, good.
Ladies and
Good to-
gentlemen, say welcome and congratulations to Certainty's newest partner,
Welcome.
Thank you.
Mr. Irv.
Thank you.
Yes, we are very excited about that. Patrick's talked about it a little bit and put some things on the chat and email. So if you haven't heard yet, but we are really excited about Irv joining our ranks in the partnership and helping us and so bringing so much to the table. Besides, he's got a great sense of humor and fun guy to hang out with too. So thank you, Irv.
Not to mention he likes ribs.
That's true. And not to mention, I'll tell you what, I've said this before, but I'll say it again. This is how great a businessmen, Andy and Patrick and Frank are. Not only am I doing attorney's fees for the company now, not only am I not getting paid to do it, I'm also paying for the privilege to buy in. But I'm happy to do it because, it's going to pay off in the long run. But anyway,
Irv, that's called the ultimate sale, my friend, you know.
Yeah, I know. I need to read your books. Have you gotten to that?
Oh, that's awesome. We are going places, so it will definitely be worth it. So
Yeah. That's
All right, Andy, you got an important topic to lead off with, buddy. Go.
All right. The recording just started. Well, welcome to the call, everybody. Today is July 1st, 2025. So
July
welcome
2nd.
to our national.
Second.
Is this
July
the
2nd.
July
second?
2nd.
Where am I? Jeez.
You're in Alpine. Alpine's usually a day behind.
Might have to start the recording one more
That's
time.
right. It is. It's our team call. It's Wednesday. I can't believe it's already been 2 days since Monday. Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we're on July the 2nd, 2025. So welcome to our national team call. We do have some really good things to talk about today. We're really going to focus on our Certainty Cashback app. Guys, this is something that is huge that we're not jumping into and taking advantage of right now, like where we all could, both as a customer and as an income source, a huge income source. So we're going to be jumping into that. But before we do that, Victoria, I think, has some updates. But we also want to start off with any wins that you guys have. But I know, Leanne, are you still with us? You had some good news that you wanted to share? Maybe she's. She said she had to go back and forth through some things. Leanne, are you on? Okay, we'll hit Leanna later then. So anybody else have any good wins that they want to talk about before we get started on everything else? If not, speak up. If not, I'll share what I did this morning. All right, guys. So Patrick is just as good with us at the corporate team as he is with you guys, of constantly reminding us to get up and get out, right? What does he always say? Get up, get out, open your ears, open your mouth, and things just happen. The nice thing is we don't necessarily have to find one specific ideal client for the products that we have, since we have 10 different divisions, so many different products, so many different ways to help people. Now, maybe if you're only focused on one or two, maybe it's a little bit more, but just getting out, it may not be that person that you meet that has, that wants to buy from us, basically, right, as a sales force, but, our goods and services work for so many people, but they may know and connects us to people. So Patrick sent out an email to us as partners last night, kind of telling him what he did, and he's following up on that today. That's why he's not on the call today. He's out busy meeting with somebody face to face. But it's just another new connection that is bringing more to the table for us. And so he asked us, he's like, what are you guys doing to make sure you're getting up and getting out every day? And, finding these new accounts and leading by example for our team. And so I thought about that last night and I was like, oh my gosh, I was going to try to have a lazy week. I wasn't going to go out and do any marketing today because I'm thinking, some of the meetings I normally go to, it's 4th of July week. It's only 2 days away. A lot of people are going to be out of town. Not a lot of people are going to be there. but I said, you know what? No, that's when I shine. That's when I love getting out and meeting people and good things happen. So I got up early, got all my stuff done and went to these meetings. And I was right. There wasn't as many people there. But, and so there's two people I need to follow up from
What was that?
meetings before. One
Amin?
of them was just somebody who's really taking, you've heard us, Patrick and I mentioned him, Jim Beckstrom, who runs the Business Resource Center at Utah Valley University, and he's pushing our certainty name out there and telling people to do it. So I really wanted to follow up with him with some of his leads and things like that, but he wasn't there. But it ended up being great because all the people I wanted to follow up with weren't there, but I met like 3 or 4 new people, and one of them is another person who's another advisor at the Business Resource Center that had not heard our message and got just as excited about it. Had a whole sit down with him afterwards, explain what we do, even on the nonprofit side, because he runs and is very involved with some nonprofits. And he got so excited, he took my business card. He said, Andy, I'm going to put this right on my desk right here where I can see it every day. So as I'm working on things, I can see who I can refer to you. And so just another opportunity. I had a couple of other people that I sat down with afterwards and follow up. So again, the message of getting up, getting out, opening your ears and your mouth, it works, guys. It's that simple. So that was my big win for the day. So I hope you guys continue to do that even when you think you're too busy or think it might be a lazy day. Getting out, it just, more people come to you. It's just a cyclical blessing of being involved in networking that helps. So that's my win. Anybody else have anything else they want to share?
Well, I've got one. If that constitutes a win, not that I'm saying it doesn't, then I have one kind of similar. I'm working with an insurance agent who is trying to get me to help him sell, what we used to call capstone. And I said, so I'm sending him our stuff saying, no, why don't you come sell with us? So hopefully I can turn that around and recruit him.
Love it. Good job. And we still call it capstone, Irv.
Do we still call, but we don't call it.
We don't call it
CBI.
Yeah.
So it's capstone and honor.
Capstone and Honor One Health Care Ventures. Yes.
Okay. All right. Then I still can't call it that. Okay, good.
Yeah. So excellent. All right. Anyone else?
Yeah, I'm back up in Indiana. So I was out at a fundraiser last Thursday. And so a few of the bankers that had given me a lot of ERC leads were there. And then one of them had left the bank and now is involved with Youth First. It's like $11 million kind of annual revenue nonprofit across the country. So I'm gonna have lunch with her and bring some of the stuff that we do, thinking outside the box. So hopefully I can bring their president to the table to think about kind of our fundraising options. But anyway, people I've dealt with. So anyway, it's good. Like you say, get out and all of a sudden you're in front of people you've been around, and then as well as some other things that I'm going to talk about with our capstone with a couple of the bankers who have larger companies. So anyways, it was a good night out.
Awesome. Thank you, Brian. Corrine.
Hi. So I met with a senior who's also involved in a rather large business that she owns that helps seniors relocate. And so with Remote Care Today, this is a big win because she has an in with every administrator for every senior living center within 50, 60 miles of the Portland metro area. So she and I are working together on 10 providers a day and going to take this and run with it.
Cool. Would you
That's
make
awesome.
a note to have that lady entertain the idea of being a guest on Frankly Seniors as well?
Ooh, yeah, that would be fantastic.
You got
Yeah,
it.
so
Thank you.
she's going to work under me, and I'm really excited about that, having her part of my team.
Beautiful. Excellent. All right, Dominic.
Do we have any update on the FICA tax tip credit?
How did I know he was going to ask that question, Andy?
Well, you'll see that I started a channel because at some point I wanted to be able to capture some of the inquiries that come in during these team meetings and direct to us. So all I've been able to give you is some basic information about that opportunity and the link to the official IRS website so that it legitimizes the program itself. But we are kind of getting shin splints waiting for the developer to tweak the last couple things that we need for the opt-in page, so that we have a smooth transition for those clients that we want to put on board. Just know that that shouldn't stop you though, because if you do have any that you don't mind going through the manual process, we certainly can be processing them right now as well.
So sometime next week.
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not a developer.
Dominic has 4 in the fire. Let me ask you a question, Victoria. Have you seen anything as far as the legitimacy of what the onboarding is going to look like once it's done?
It'll be very similar to our Visa MasterCard opt-in. So everything will happen starting from a registration page, sign the contract, and then smooth transition for uploading any sort of documentation. Fully automated.
Perfect.
All right, looks like we're kind of moving into updates. Oh wait, but Jim has his hand up first. Jim, you got something for us?
Oh, I'm sorry. I got ahead of myself here. Thought we were into asking questions.
Yeah, well, if just ask it now, and then we'll finish up with Victoria with any other updates that we have, and then we'll get into the meat of it.
Yeah, I was just going to inquire about benefit airship training last week, because 2 weeks ago it was mentioned that there was going to be a training last week, and I didn't see anything.
Victoria,
We're
you're
going to
on
have
mute.
training separate. We're not going to bore the entire team who's not interested in BAS. We're going to do the affiliate backside dashboard training separate. And we're waiting for our affiliates to log in to follow the trainual and step by step and log in to become an affiliate. If anyone is questioning what affiliate tier they should sign up for, you can talk to a specialist on the BAS website about that. You can talk to me about that, whatever you need. The descriptions for each of those tiers is on there. Please also note that when you become an affiliate, you also have the ability to enroll and get coverage yourself. If you do end up getting BAS coverage for you, your spouse, your pet, you will get compensated for that. And so the compensation that comes to you can go towards your affiliate monthly fee as well. So we're just waiting for more people to sign up. We've got 4 people signed up right now. We know that we have a lot more that want to be a part of it. So can we show a raise of hands? Don, I'm not going to count you since you already had your hand up. But if we can have everybody raise their hands if you are intending on selling benefit airship products and you will be becoming a direct benefit airship affiliate.
Sorry, I won't be. I had my hand up, but I won't be direct. I'll be selling through the company.
Oh,
Well, that's the same thing.
Okay, same thing.
We have to go direct with them. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do wow. Woo! Look at these. This is fantastic. I love it. Frank, you better put your hand up there. I'll put it up for you.
And my hand is up for that too, Victoria.
Okay, some people are holding their hands physically up instead of putting the other hand. Keep them up, because I'm gonna do a snapshot. It's just that when you use the claim. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure that you all get signed up.
Do you want us to put our hands down and only have the little icon up? What will be easier for you?
Yeah, because the icons force all of you up to the top of my screen.
Yep.
So that I can, when I do my snapshot and capture all of you, I get you all. If you put your hand up, eventually it'll do an icon, but it doesn't always. So fabulous. Okay, I'll reach out to each of you independently just to make sure that you feel confident in following the trainual process. Pretty easy step-by-step to become an affiliate. And even if you sign up right now at the $29.99 a month as a tier 1 and you intend on building a big team, then that's okay. We can transition you to a different tier later. Just get in the system so that we can now have you attending all of the direct webinars that are going on with the vendor partner. And then also you'll be invited to do my training sessions. And when I say my training sessions, there will be BAS resources on my training sessions as well. All right, I think I got everyone. And now
I had a quick question.
Oh yeah, now, and keep yours up there because you were actually asking a question versus just putting your hand up. Okay, so now we have a couple of questions, Andy.
Yeah, go ahead, Don.
So I've got 2 restaurant owners chomping at the bit, but I don't know what the manual process is. Is there something in cranial for that I missed? Or
Nope. Nope, you're not missing anything. If you do have someone that is you think would be willing to, and you want to be open with this, just saying it might be a little more convoluted doing it this way because our system, we're putting an automated system in place. But if you want to get in on this right away, get your claim in or your amended returns in so you can get your money back faster than everyone else who's waiting, we can put you in touch with the company owner and he'll walk you through the system. So it's up to you.
the process would be me putting them in touch with the company owner, correct?
Yeah, we'll get a call together with Tom Gazaway himself.
Great, thank you so much.
Victoria, following up on that, everyone else close your ears for now because I don't know if this is true or not. Just kidding. Victoria, Patrick hasn't talked to you anything about using the other system that we have that is automated and ready to go. Are we going to do that until the other one's ready to go? Or if not, I don't want to, I'll just say, don't worry about what I
Yeah,
just
we
said.
didn't want to start something new. Yeah, because it will break Tom's heart, you know, kind of thing. We didn't, unless there's something odd holding us back on Tom's end from this point forward. Yeah, we wanted to kind of work through
So
it.
yeah, nobody heard all that last thing. We're just waiting for Tom, go through LendCred. And if you have anyone chomping at the bit and we can get a hold of Tom and get him all the physical stuff, they can do it manually. All right. All right, Victoria, any other updates from other subjects?
Sure, we have, can we start with the exciting stuff first? My favorite, which is payouts. It's very exciting because we seem to be getting consistent emails from one of our ERC agencies that our merchants are getting paid. They're receiving their IRS checks. And again, it could be, you know, multiple for different quarters. And that some of them are paying their fees, which is really good. And that means that we can get funded. And so we have some more payouts coming up. We just did some last week. We have some more this week coming up, or the 10th, excuse me, the next pay period. And that's always very exciting. So ball is still rolling there. Make sure that you have your most up-to-date payroll information into our system, because unfortunately we've made some payments to people and their banking information was outdated. So it didn't work very well. So get your information to Patrick or Jill. For benefit airship, yes, we want to, they are still tweaking some things. If you have any issues with anything while you are following the instructions in the BAS certification manual, please reach out to me and let me know. But as you start onboarding into the system, you're going to see that you have a ton of resources at your beck and call. And that's what we're going to start training you on, is those back portal resources that you have, your own individual e-commerce links, campaigns that you can start sending out, marketing campaigns to draw people to your site, ways for you to upload the emails to capture your clients from now till forever. They protect that to your business model or to your business link. And then please know that once you become a registered BAS affiliate, you will start getting direct communications from BAS as if you were an independent agent. When they start asking us for our agent licensing and information, we'll start gathering that from you. They haven't yet at this point. And remember that you do need full licensing if you are going to sell and want compensation on any of the full major medical. Of course, you can sell it.
It's just showing my
But we can't
picture.
pay you if you sell it if you're not licensed.
I don't know.
When you get your license, you will then start getting paid that following month. If you are a mentor, so BAS is a direct affiliate relationship because we don't want to have any separation between us paying you out versus them paying you out. They have an API system that is real time. So you get your funds paid into your PayPal account associated with your BAS affiliate portal, and you have it real time. So we don't want to get in the middle of that. We are not paying out anything on our end, which means if you are a mentor of someone, you're not going to get paid any BAS overrides unless you become a BAS affiliate. And then extrapolating that out, if you are a mentor and you aren't licensed and your downline at BAS sells something that's licensed, they're going to get comped on it because they're licensed, you will not get an override because you are not licensed, if that makes sense. Okay. Irv, sounds like you have a question about that.
No, it just took me that long because I'm on my phone today. It took me that long to get my hand up saying I want to be part of the direct sales.
Okay, I'm going to put you in there. Irv. Okay, got it. It's a good choice because I'm not kidding you. We're talking to some of the largest independent broker channels in the United States. They are clamoring to get this. They cannot get it fast enough. They're trying to figure out how to get it, how to work it through their system. That's all that the hang up is. And we're going to be on this forefront of this massive national movement. And it won't be long before RFK and President Trump are talking about it because they'll be able to drop Obamacare. Okay, so let's see here. Now moving on to Capstone, which you were all talking about before I got on here, which I'm not sure how much you covered, but we are super excited with the new process. We just had a meeting with the vendor partner again today, and we're determining what it's going to look like on our side in terms of what we'll have to do to coordinate your opportunities. Please continue to use the job form. At this point, Mama Victoria is the one that's going to be in charge of coordinating, getting everything in the system, getting your market directors assigned to your accounts, and getting your assistance from Ashley, the person who's going to handle the payroll and census. One thing that was determined today during our meeting, which you guys can all go whoop, whoop right now, is that, remember when I said that there was a gal by the name of Ashley, who is a guru of payroll and census pro forma information. She was available for a $250 fee. Well, guess what? Rob decided he's going to pay that fee in full. And he wants us all to use her all the time and not wait for the system. So he wants us to just go for it because we kind of feel like that payroll area is where a lot of our clients go into limbo. It's a headache on how they get that. They have to find out first how to grab the information from their system. Then they got to figure out how to put it in the format of what we need. And so Ashley does it all for them. She gets on a Zoom and does it all real time with them. It's fabulous. So what's going to happen is that they're going to require you, the affiliate, or the Capstone agent, to pay that $250. Then Rob's going to pay you $125 that following Friday, and then another $125 that following Friday. So you'll be paid back in 2 weeks. So just make sure you use a credit card that you can, roll that over for 2 weeks and not get any interest bearing on it, right? So that is incredible. And even though we have the market directors, Rob said he still wants to be a part of our strategy meetings and or some of the larger 1,000+ accounts. So we're not saying goodbye to Rob, but these market directors are dedicated and invested on making sure that your clients get through the system and they handhold until Ashley has their payroll census into underwriting. So that's pretty darn cool. Any questions about that? No? All right, that's all I have for updates, vendor updates.
Excellent.
Hey,
All right.
Hey, Victoria, I'm sorry, I've got a question really quick. Levi, you're on the call here? I thought I saw Levi, you were on the call.
I thought I saw him too.
All right, yeah, he had somebody that was right in that zone for Capstone that they were pulling the records themselves. And so who should Levi connect to make sure, because there's that limbo thing right there where they've already said they're going to go, they're pulling the final pieces of records together, but now you've got this, which is much easier.
Okay.
What should he do? How should we proceed?
Make sure that I have the name of the company.
Yeah, he's already registered with you, and Rob seems already aware of it too.
Okay.
They've already had a conversation with Tammy also.
Okay, excellent. So then I'll reach out to Tammy. And what was the name of the company? Or do you want to just chat it to me or something?
Something stonemasons, or they're right there in Utah, in the valley. It's a stonemason company. I forget the name of it. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, as long as Levi lets me
Levi.
know.
Levi's the scheduled agent. He is the affiliate on point with that.
Okay. Yeah. I can.
Thank you very much, Victoria.
Yeah, I can certainly get Ashley all over that.
It's High Country Construction.
There you are.
Okay, yeah, I do remember seeing that one in the list. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll get Ashley assigned to it.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You bet.
Dominic, you had a question?
Yeah. Where is the link for those? I think Victoria mentioned that there's more than one. We have a team of people that can do the initial Zoom with the client.
Yep. So right now, what they have us doing is they have me, and this is temporary, hopefully, submitting all of our accounts to the GP agency directly now. Once they're in the GP agency portal, then Ashley immediately gets assigned, and then this round robin link of the market directors, they'll assign a market director, but there's also a link if this market director is not available. Once I get that, I can give that information to you, the agent, and you can use that to schedule with your clients.
So Victoria, based on last week, though, when they said that, if we take our laptops to a meeting, if they have the time they want to do it, is there a link that we can get right away and do that instantly, or is that not
Yeah,
the
it's
setup
the
anymore?
minute that the agent. So what we're trying to get to, I think is going to have to happen in order to use their system that is already in place, take advantage of it, is to give everyone direct access to the GP agency. What we're trying to work out right now is that every agent that has direct access then separates them from a company. So we would have zero visibility, zero anything of, everyone who's on the system. So that's what we're trying to work out right now. So for the time being, it's going to have to be me helping people get into the round robin, unless they just use that round robin link while they're there.
Well, you know what's really good though about, I have that link, but now as I think about it, when you distribute it, that's how we know everything has been connected the whole way through, and then we can proceed forward, right?
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. If you start with a market director, you're kind of doing it backwards, and the market directors go, wait, you're not even in the system. How can I do that? So we want to make sure that we're following, of course, the right process. Yeah. And so we just outlined that a couple hours ago, and I've been on calls ever since. So what I'll do is I'll type this all up and I'll get it into TrainUL so that you all know what today's system looks like. And again, I have to stress that be flexible, because we ultimately would love to be able to be in a place where we just use their entire system that's already in place and not try to be an anomaly.
All right, guys, we need to get going on our the rest of the core of the meeting, what we wanted to talk about, but I know there's 2 hands up, so let's hit those quick. And if anyone else has questions, please hold them to the end. But Jim, go ahead.
Yeah, this round robin link that you talk about, I'm not familiar with how to access that.
Right. Okay. So the process is supposed to be that as soon as Victoria gets the job form from the agent, and I take that information, I immediately go into the portal, I put that into the GP agency system. It will assign Ashley to that account, and it will assign a market director to that account, plus give me the round robin link. So at that point, then I can push that information back out to the agent and say, for this account, I'll reply to that job form kind of, for this account, here is your agent, your market director, and here is the round robin if you can't get that market director. Does that make sense?
Yeah, about how long is that taking?
Well, since we just got the process in place, I just met with Tammy right after that. She and I stayed on the call to see which accounts I need to put in the system. I think this might be I have one more call. One moment, please. I have one more call. I was going to try to get it done as soon as I can this afternoon. So yeah, so I'll be able to start putting them in the system. There's only 40 of them right now. At shortly after we hang up here, like 2:30 or something like that. So I'll start getting the assignments around the early afternoon and be able to start pushing them out to the reps.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, Levi?
Yeah, I can ask my question at the end if you need to proceed. So, okay, thanks.
Thank you. All right, guys. So I let us know at the very beginning about what we wanted to focus on besides our updates and our good news calls and everything. But we have been in some meetings as an executive team, and I'm going to share my screen here because I want you guys to see this. The Certainty Cashback app. How many of you guys remember when we went over this a couple months ago? Anyone?
Wasn't here.
Of course, John would have been on top of it.
Yeah, right.
No,
All
hard.
right, so guys, it's just you don't have to raise your hands
Yeah,
or anything. I don't know
I
if you
do.
did or not. I wasn't really looking. I'm watching the share screen. But anyways, so this is a huge opportunity, and we haven't really necessarily stopped everything, put it in Trainual, and made it a certainty management product or anything. But it's just something we wanted to pass on to you guys because in so many ways it can be a no-brainer. It can be something that just helps you as a consumer. It helps your family as a consumer, helps your neighbors, extended family, mom, dad, grandpa, aunts, uncles, everybody as just a consumer to be able to save money. I mean, everywhere you go, you see cashback apps, right? You see them at gas stations, grocery stores, Home Depot, Lowe's, all the competitors. They all have their own internal loyalty program trying to promise some money back. And some of them are ridiculous. I mean, I signed up for Lowe's ones the other day because I had to go buy a chainsaw. And it was, and I mean, I had to spend like $5,000 before I got like $20 back or something, But obviously, if you're using it a lot, it's there. But this combines all these, and like I said, we're going to go into more details, but it's just an opportunity for us to save money, get money back, just as a consumer, and for all of our friends and family that are be interested in that, but also to make significant income. And I think we've shortchanged the income opportunity on this, guys. And so we want to hit it a little bit more because we've talked about how much it's just awesome to have cash back and to save money and make your dollar go further, all those types of things. But there is a significant income opportunity. And I know Leanna is really been taking advantage of this and really jumped into this. So she may be, if she's available, I know she's coming and going, she may be able to have some comments or correct me on some things or anything. But it's something that you guys can do to make income and quick income. Because I know some of our products, and we were just talking about Capstone, right? And it takes some time. Even when after they sign the agreement, we have to wait. Did they get it early enough in the month that it will qualify before the first, so they can get on the first of the following month? And then we, go through billing cycles and don't bill for 45 days, and then the process to turn around to get us paid. It can be 2-3 months, right? Seniors Home Services are now remote care today. Is going to be a 90-day to 120-day cycle to be able to get money. This, guys, pays weekly. Now, sometimes it may hit in 2 weeks because they have to go through their normal weekly cycle. If you close it on a certain day, then they'll get all the closes. Because if you close it the day right after that, it might have to wait till that following week of that day to close, and then they'll pay that following week. So it might be a 2-week cycle, but they pay weekly. So if it hits their system, they calculate everything for that week, turn around and pay it out that next week. So, awesome opportunity. The company is solid. The owner of it is a guy who's been very successful, just big millionaire guy that's had all kinds of success with these types of different programs around the world. He lives in Denmark and Dubai. They started it here now in the U.S. They have headquarters here in Salt Lake, but we don't need to hit all these slides. But it's so simple, guys. All you do, it's a free app that you can sign up for. We'll show you how to do it a little bit later in the call. But once you go there, you just download a free app, whether you're on Apple or Android. You go to that site and download the Cash Savers app, and it will be, when you look it up, it will be Cash Savers. But when you link it up through our number, it'll go to it'll say the Certainty Cashback app. So it's a phenomenal thing. But back there. But as soon as you get signed up, you link your own credit cards to it. So you're not losing out on any other rewards points. If you already have the reward points for the gas station and their credit card, you can load that gas card onto your thing. And when you use it there, now you're getting double. You're still getting those same points. If you're using it for a grocery store or airline miles or
Are you listening to this?
things like that. So,
App download.
Hold on.
Cool.
Tom, you and Stacy are
You're not
still on mute. Let me get you on mute. Yeah. All right. But it's a phenomenal program that has every recognizable, I shouldn't say every, but you'll recognize the names, right? I mean, big things that we go out, especially restaurants. If you're going out to eat and all these different chains that are nationwide, you'll be able to get great cash back by using when you go in and you use this app or you use the card actually that's linked to this app, you'll automatically get cash back. And so it just grows and grows and grows. There's luxury brands, there's travel portal. Well, we've discussed how to use the travel portal. We can discuss that more later, but there's all kinds of different points. We don't want to spend too much time on it because we can look into it or you can get on their own calls and learn more about it. But it's just a phenomenal thing for everyone to do. It's the easiest thing to tell a friend of how you're saving money, how we're taking care of things. And then, like I said, it pays, guys. So here's the thing that where it can turn into a profit center. Your commission is 10% of the customer's total cashback savings. So if you got 1,000 customers on this card, they have on average, everyone at least puts 2 cards in, and of that they get $100 of cash back a year. You know, that's $200,000 of yearly customer cash back. You're 10%, you're getting a $20,000 commission for you. Obviously the numbers just go up by a 0 on each one of these examples, but you know, it can add up quickly if everyone's telling each other about it because it's so easy and it's a free app to get that you could get 100,000 customers. And if they have that same thing, their 2 cards, they're using it, so they're getting $100 cash back per year. They're stoked because they saved $100 on the year, and then you're making $2 million in commission. It's a pretty phenomenal thing. So there's all kinds of analytics in it, back and forth and everything. But here's what I really want to focus on, guys. I talked about this a little bit at the beginning about how easy this program is. And what's amazing about this program is all these other companies have their own internal cashback loyalty program, right? If you go and sign up for one, you know, wherever it is, you know, say, like I said, I got one at Lowe's the other day. If I went to Lowe's, I have to go back to Lowe's to use that, right? If I go over to Home Depot, it's not going to benefit me at all, and Lowe's isn't going to be benefited at all, right? Here, if you're in this app, if they sign up, if they become a customer or buy into the marketing part of it, and they get an ad on it, and they use your app, they can sign up for it to get that savings and get that cash back at your store. But now wherever they go, they may, you know, even if they're in a different city, if everything, it'll link back to that original person that got them signed up, and that company can make money on it. So now customers, this is really good in the restaurant industry because even if you have a favorite restaurant, you're not going to eat at that same restaurant every night, right? So if they go to the restaurant across the street or across the town just because they want a different flavor for that night, that company, that restaurant that got them signed up for it because they were part of that program is now getting that cash back when they're eating at their competitor's restaurant. So it's very unique, very phenomenal, and it's just a great way to make income. So here's, I gotta try to look for the slide real quick here of I don't even think I have that.
Quick question.
Anyway,
there's a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Question in the chat, Andy. Larry is wondering a little bit just about the logistics of it. So once you upload your cards into the cashback app, then do you have to go through that app, or can you just use your card wherever you would like to? What's the buying process?
Great question. Yeah. So once you load your card into it, once you have the app and you load your card into that app, the credit card links to the app. So you don't have to pull out your phone and calculate things and do things with your phone. You just use your credit card and you automatically credit for it. And then as soon as you get credit for it, it instantly shows the cash back that you've earned for that purchase. It doesn't necessarily get credited to you right away, but it shows you what you do and they'll credit to you, I think, soon.
Every 30 days, Andy.
Yeah, every 30 days, well, you'll get credit for it. Every 30 days, you'll get paid. You'll pick one of the cards to be all that money to be credited back to, and you'll get it back on your primary card that you selected. So great question, but it does make it very easy that you just swipe your card as normal. The big thing for the app, though, is it has a map where it shows everyone, especially like for restaurants, so what restaurants are in the app. And here's where I wanted to go into, and then I'm going to turn it over to Frank. Well, I'm going to give you some time to show these first, but what's really significant about this is the income opportunity is we can go sell this, guys, since we at Certainty have bought to become a loyalty partner ourselves, we have the Certainty Connect app. You guys can go use that and become sales agents underneath us, no cost. And for everybody that you want to, if you go around in your hometown, your chamber meetings, your networking meetings, and all these mom and pops or restaurants or anybody that wants to get on this, it only costs them $200 to sign up to get listed in this app, where maps will direct people to them. And if they go into their store and use that app, sign up, then that's a new customer, a free customer for those people. Now, when they do sign up, they're going to promise to give a certain discount or for that cash back, but that's part of their marketing thing. So the really cool thing is it's only $200 for a year, and for 2 years, you get 50% of that as the rep. So you're going to make $100 per sale. That can add up really quickly to help people to get new customers. The other really cool thing about that is these customers are used to spending marketing dollars. Now we can direct them to marketing dollars that are guaranteed. The reason I say they're guaranteed is because although they're paying $200 up front, they're not paying any other marketing fees or until that customer comes in and uses their business. So they're not paying for all these marketing things and just hoping a customer will come in, and sometimes they never do. They don't pay again until somebody comes in and they actually get that cash back. But then they love the cash back. They like that they got cash back, so they'll keep going. So $200 for the sale for 2 years for these merchants to get on the program, and you get $100 of it. Now, if they really get into it and want to become like Certainty did and we become a real partner where we have our own app, they can, if it's the restaurant, it could be ABC restaurant app, cashback app. And then now that costs $5,000, basically it's $4,995 to sign up for that. But then they're going to get a higher percentage of all the cash back. But you, as the rep that sold that, you're going to get $1,250 commission on that. So it can really add up quickly. So those are just some of the quick things. We can get in more details when we have more time, but I want to save some time for us to learn about this. Frank, do you want me to go show how to do that now, or do you want to take over and then we'll do that at the end?
Just go ahead, take your share down, Andy.
Andy, can I make a comment?
Sure.
I've been watching because I became an agent to sell it to businesses. So I was watching So I saw Liz ask a question. Everybody has the same question, I think. What I learned was if you're going to, let's just say Applebee's, if it's not on the map, that store, they're not all on the map. They're not all on the app. So if it's not, that's one you want to go market to. So if you go,
give me a better lead in.
If you go into that Applebee's, you're not going to get cash back. So, but even though Applebee's is on the app,
Yeah, you couldn't have given me a better lead in for
and
that.
Drum roll, here's Frank.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Good afternoon, everybody.
Hi, Frank.
First of all, let me say to you, every single one of you need to stop what you're doing and onboard yourself into that app. The reason being is because how can you demo something you can't show? Do I have 100% agreement on that? Pretty hard to talk about something if you can't show it. So when you onboard the Certainty app, you will have that on your phone. And when you go into one of these merchants and you make a purchase, the minute you do that, there's going to be a pop-up that shows where that cashback came from, and it just happened to come from Certainty Management. You show that to a business and the transaction at the gate, and what did you just communicate? You communicated reinforcement of branding of a company. That is becoming so important today in marketing. Now, I know we're recording this, but I'm about to give you a multi-million dollar idea. So if you're good at taking notes, I suggest you do it. Years ago, I funded a company and founded a company by the name of the Hub Mart. I'm going to show you something right now from that era in my life that was absolutely amazing, because one of the things that did not happen during that neck of the woods, can you all see that?
Yes.
Everybody see that, right?
Yes.
Okay, hold on a second.
Yes.
Okay, that gentleman that you're looking at was Joe Moscatello. Joe Moscatello owned 5 restaurants in Mission Viejo. He went under during the pandemic. He lost all 5 of them. Right now we've got a tax for tips, right? We told you a couple weeks ago, don't overlook restaurants that went out of business, right? That's another subject. But my point is here, this gentleman, do you see what it says at the top? Joe Moscatello wants to do business with you. Now, what does that mean? What it means is in this app, you have the opportunity, like Andy said, to go out and give a business, restaurant, butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, doesn't matter, their own branded app. What can be done with that branded app? Well, this gentleman you're looking at had a 40,000 CRM customer database. Let me have that sink in. 40,000 customers in his database. Did Andy say it doesn't cost anything to onboard? So he can turn around and send out his branded link to his customer base. The people on board, not only can they now use their credit card, MasterCard, Visa, whatever in his restaurant, but in any other business listed on that app. What is happening here, folks? You are creating an economic zone within a small business. Andy, how much does that guy get every time somebody swipes that card?
That's, I believe it's 10%. Is that right?
As a branded app?
Oh, if he buys the 5,000?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's
20
or 25.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So if the customer got $10 cash back, what's the business get? $2.50, right?
Yeah.
How many customers did I say he had?
40,000.
Oh, okay. Let's say 10% of them enroll, Lana. You tell me what the numbers are if somebody goes out and uses this once a week.
A lot. You want me to math? Okay. You get 20% of a lot.
Folks, you are talking about creating, and I preached this for 4.5 years on my show Business Buzz, that small businesses need a boost. They needed a boost during the pandemic. They need a boost now. This creates a plug and play, non-threatening, non-painful mechanism for them to implement in their business and then get immediate revenue from normal shopping patterns of their existing customers. Does it get any better than that? I assure you, it doesn't. One step further. If they have a branded app, they now have a mechanism to go to their Rolodex, which is, I'm dating myself, I realize that. You go to your phone, down your contact list, but that small business can now share that app with his vendor, his supplier, his friend, his outlaw, it doesn't really matter. They put that up on their phone, they begin to use it, right? If the guy never did what he did in the business and he starts sending that out, he's going to start getting cash back off of every person they onboard. But let's take it one step further. Let's say the guy gets as excited as the guy that sent him his branded app and he does the same thing. What do they get, Victoria?
Same thing. Lots of money.
They get a percentage of every one of his customers, do they not?
Right. Yes.
Uh-huh. What's that percentage?
The reseller or the business owner that has the app?
The person that sent out the branded app, the guy on boards with a branded app, he starts sending it out to his CRM database. They start shopping and creating cash back. How much does the guy sit that originally sent him his branded app?
10%. everything he
10%.
makes.
10%. Oh my goodness. Now, can you imagine, ladies and gentlemen, all around you where you live right now, you have small businesses, right? Do you think that they might warm up to the idea of them being able to create their own economic platform within their realm of reach in their world that's going to create a residual passive income that's painless, plug and play? And here's the best part, and Andy and I talked about this before we got on with you. When they go to sell that business, folks, they walk away with this. This becomes part of their exit strategy. Can you imagine how that could be? And here's the best part. Andy, is this going to just keep getting bigger and bigger?
It keeps growing. It gets everything's connected, and it all goes back to the original source. So yes.
Okay. So I'm going to stop it right there because I'm going to bring back other things and other ways for you to get into your community and introduce this, a la chambers of commerce, a la nonprofits, a la a strategy that could make you a multi-millionaire with cashback, which I'm not sharing with you today. So let's open it up for questions.
Leanna, I don't know if you're with us. I don't see you. I see your seat's empty right now. I know you said you got to come and go. Are you around? So we'll come back to Leanna and make sure she can confirm some of these things for us. But Leanna has taken this, guys, and has gone to town on this, and she has started getting enough income where she's buying her own app for her own company and doing this so she can get a bigger percentage. But like I said, for right now, you guys don't have to go spend the $5,000. You can sign up to be sales agents for free underneath ours. If you ever get to big enough that you want to buy your own, then that's great too. But my big thing is, guys, every merchant that you get on the app, it's only $200 purchase for them. That's nothing for them for marketing. They're on it for 2 years. You get $100. Everyone who sees the bigger picture, some of them may want to just see the big picture right away and buy the $5,000 or the $49.95. You're getting $12,000. That'd be really nice. $1,250. That would and so imagine if you go out, if you focused on that, you get 1 or 2 of those a day of the $100 sales, and then you get, a couple, one of the big ones a day. I mean, you can make over 20 grand easily a month by just selling either whether it's the merchant to get in the app and be advertising the app, or that they get their own branded cashback app like we did at Certainty. This is a big income opportunity, and like Frank said, it's going to grow because everything's connected, and anywhere in the nation they go, they can be using this app and getting cash back to that original spot. So
yeah, and on that note, Andy, and it's very important, for 2 years, Cashback spent a tremendous amount of time and energy onboarding all these logos that you're going to see on that app. What we're finding is most of these companies don't even know they're there, which is really interesting. And then on top of that, they are not part of the marketing side of what I just outlined for you, which means this turns into a massive prospect list for you, and you could show them they've already got relationship. What they don't know is that they cannot onboard their customer database unless they talk to you.
Good. All right. Now we can go to questions. Larry.
Yeah, I just wanted a little clarity. So money is only transferred or generated for businesses that are on the app. So if I use my credit card at a store that's not part of this, that doesn't generate any money for me or for Certainty.
Correct.
Or for the business. But if I have a branded business, say I own a restaurant and it's branded, and they go across the street to another business that is on the app, then I generate money, or I get money from the usage of the card at their business.
Correct.
Okay. So that's why we need to grow this network really big.
Correct. And it is, guys, it is going big. It's going crazy. In fact, we got called by this company last week saying, hey, some people that you've already presented to that we're working with, another group already brought to them. And these are big people that have national presence. and they're trying to bring them in, and they're saying, "Oh, wait, no, we remember Certainty talked to." Now that you guys are talking about this, we know what you're talking about. Certainty brought it to us first, so we just don't. It's going national quickly. We just want to make sure that we're getting you guys involved so that you can make the money yourselves versus, you start picking it up later on. And, a lot of the restaurants or different local places you go to have already heard about it or have been presented to it. So
I'm already seeing a whole lot more restaurants in the Portland area than even a month ago.
Awesome.
Yeah, you got the law of depreciating assets going here, folks. And the fact that you would hate to pick up the phone, call a relationship of yours, and all of a sudden you hear this. Oh, gee whiz. I wish you'd have called me last week. We enrolled with so-and-so.
All right, Dominic.
Okay, my question is that when using the app, okay, in order to get cash back, do we only get cash back based on what's in the app, or can we get cash back to anywhere that we go, to any restaurant or anything like that?
No, so they have to, that restaurant or whatever store, whatever merchant you go to has to be enrolled in the app themselves, because when they enroll, they promise a certain amount of cash back, and that's how they get entered into the app. So like if you go to Walmart, since they're already a big discount company, they may only get promised 1% back. But if you go to a restaurant, restaurants have a guarantee that like they won't even add them to the app unless they're going to do a lot higher percentage. So it's going to be like the 5 to 10% or more.
Yeah, restaurants have a minimum of 5%, Dominic, nothing below that.
Okay. So yeah, so they have to be part of it.
So they have to be part of it. So they would have to pay what, the 200 or the $5,000?
No, just the 200.
Oh, okay.
The 200 to be listed. If they want to go the brand, this is what I do, Dominic. I'd onboard them for $200, make your $100 and come back to them in 90 days.
Oh, that's a good question. That makes sense. Okay.
Leanna's back with, sorry, are you done, Dominic?
So what Frank, what you're saying is go get them on board for 200 and then come back in 90 days for the 5K to go with the branding.
Absolutely.
Leanna, do you have some time that you can share with us your success? Because you're very involved in this. You're working it. I don't know if you've gotten your own branded app yet, or if you're still planning on getting it as soon as possible.
That's my good news for the day. Sorry, I'm all hot and sweaty setting up for an event.
Tell us your successes.
Well, I just purchased my app yesterday, so it took too long to save the $5,000 because I have crappy credit and making the transition from insurance to certainty. And anyway, so I couldn't just charge it, but I did save up. I got my app started yesterday. I had a good talk with Chad today. They're going to put a rush on it. I have tons of events. I'm doing a big reptile show on the 12th. So he said he's going to try and get it to me by the 12th, but finally purchased my own for my DJ business, party planning, rentals, concessions, setting up for a party here now. But yeah, I mean, I've got tons of events that I'm going to give it out for free. I'll put my little QR code on a business card saying thanks for being our customer. I have thousands of people that I've done events for the last 25 years. All of my insurance and customers. I'm in 3 chambers. I'm going to share it with all of them at every chamber meeting, free download of our app. So yeah, lots of fun marketing just when we're out and about with lots of different people. So yeah, and then I'll get busy selling it more. I haven't really touched my warm market yet. I love Liz to death, and she's been able to help me with a few ideas and scripts and things that she does. I've gotten a couple, cold market people, but yeah, just ready to get started. I put my own listing on for the $199, so it's 10% off for any party or event that we do. And then if I'm at an event and I'm selling cotton candy or doing face painting or snow cones, we did snow cones last night. Again, they can get that money cash back just by using the app and paying with that credit card they've already put in the app. So yeah, just lots of fun stuff. I'm ready to get moving. And again, that's another sale for you guys because I'm under certainty, but now I will have my own.
Let me give you another twist on it, Leanna, because you're so networked right now. Ask the question, if you run into somebody who owns a business, how many employees do you have?
Yeah.
that person says you got 50 employees, you've got the greatest augmentation of economic benefit to their employee workforce they've ever seen. It doesn't cost them a dime to onboard those employees, correct?
Yep. That's
and if I'm a company, I'm going to want to get the credit for doing that, right?
Right.
So I'm going to pay that $5,000 because every single time that employee uses my app, my name pops up on every single transaction and reminds them why they're working for me.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. And every customer that they have, I mean, I did a expo here at the Kent Chamber that I was visiting, and just this carpet cleaning guy alone, he's like, I've got 40,000 businesses that we've worked with over the years. I'm like, how would it be that you could reward them with a free loyalty app that they all could download and start using, and you guys get cash back on every single one of those clients that you work with? He's like, that'd be cool. I mean, there's so many people. I have stacks and stacks of business cards I haven't even talked to yet. So this is literally my new job, my new business. This is my new focus. It's a no-brainer. After Transact Card, I'm like, I was in tears this morning, happy tears with Chad. I'm just saying, please tell Buck and Michael, thank you so much. This is going to work great with my DJ business, but yet still help certainty. And I love you guys. Thanks for letting me be a part of your team. And I'm truly blessed. So thank you.
Yeah, Leanna, if you get a bean counter, which you may, right? Okay, somebody who dots the I's, crosses the T's, tell them that this is fantastic because it's a budgetable item. It's a line item expense because that business only gets billed once a month for the cashback that they pledged and a small administration fee, which is really negligible. Nothing like a merchant processing fee or something like that, right? And the beauty of it is every 30 days, they're paying that cash back out to that business. So what an offset we're talking about.
Yeah, love it. Thank you so
Leanna,
much. Appreciate it.
Thank you for we could feel the passion and your heart in that message too. So we're glad to have you. So thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. We have a couple more questions and we do want to we're past our hour. But we also want to show you how to get this app quickly on your phone. And because it's not, and if you're interested, the Liz that she was mentioning was not our Liz deal. Liz Perkins, who brought this deal to us. She's a very close friend of mine, very close friend of Frank's, very close friend of Patrick.
Yeah, who tracked me down in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Told me about
worked for a year. I worked almost daily with Liz, and she's a doer and it really good. So we can get her on and go through all the real fine details because she does these presentations all week long. So we needed to have another call with that. We can get Liz on. I actually called her today. She's traveling right now to be somewhere for 4th of July, so she couldn't join us today, but she's more than willing to do so. So, all right, a couple more questions, then we'll go through how to get this set up and then end this. Donna.
Let me unmute myself. Hi. So Frank, Frank knows that a lot of my customers and clients are on this app already, and they have no idea that they were even on this app. So if they don't have an idea, that means that they never paid that $199 to get on the app. Why are we charging $199 for new merchants to join? Just to be listed on there.
So if they're on the app, somebody paid it, whether a corporate person that they don't know about or further up the chain, I don't know. But if they're on it, somebody's been presented to and paid it.
Right. Well, yeah. Some of my owners, they don't even know that they're even on this Savers app.
That's an opportunity, Donna. Donna just happens to be one of my dearest friends for 5 or 6 years. Donna, you and I discussed this in San Diego. All you simply have to do is go out to those people who are already on that app and show them the marketing side of this. We're not talking $199 here. They're already there.
Right.
What you have to show them is how they can turn around and monetize that customer database.
Yeah, that's a good point, Frank. So Donna, if they're already on it, then they don't have to worry about paying. They can just capitalize on it and put out some advertisements or a flyer on their restaurant or a QR code that other people, that the customers can scan, and then when they go use it elsewhere, they're going to be making money when they're not just in their restaurant, but elsewhere too. So
Yeah, they're not at full benefit right now, Donna. All they are
Right.
is a
No, I
logo on
get
an
that.
app.
Yeah, I get that. But what I'm saying is, they're on there, they never even knew about it. So well, I guess it makes sense, if somebody else paid it, because there's a lot of outfits out there that gather businesses like this, and they probably onboarded like thousands of merchants on there. But so my thing is, if they were on there not even knowing they're on there, why do new businesses have to pay a fee just to get onboarded on there?
Because they're not on the app.
yeah. So Donna, yeah, if they don't know they're on it, we got to help you to realize that somebody paid for it. So new people, somebody has to pay for them. So they just didn't show up for free.
Right. Okay.
So,
Okay.
but yeah, it's a great thing to capitalize, or like I said, just go find ones that aren't, so that you can make the $100 off of each one.
And don't forget the law of depreciating returns, Donna. You do not want to sit back on your laurels and have somebody else who's more aggressive get in front of that client and gain that $12.50 and that 20% off their database.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Okay. Thank you.
Steve, you're up.
You're muted. Steve, you're muted.
A couple of months ago, when this thing was first introduced, I had asked for some marketing materials that I could pass out, especially with being at an exhibit for an association, a fair, and I haven't received anything. Is there anything available that can be distributed to people?
Leanna's looks like she's not in her car seat anymore. I have not seen anything. I'd have to ask Liz Perkins about that, or Chad, he does a lot of their IT stuff and marketing stuff for the company itself. So, Jill, can you write that down so that we can get that in the notes and I can follow up on that?
Yes.
Thank you.
The second question I have is this. Can you, when you start off with it by just signing up for it, and let's say that you want to escalate to a point like somebody else has just done to get their own seat, so to speak. I'm not clear whether or not there's credits and so forth that are acquired that can be transferred over to that, or what. Does that apply here or no?
Credits, no, it's going to be a purchase to do that. The one thing if you want to, this wouldn't help your own income level, but the one thing to know that if you're going out and getting somebody who wants to get their own branded app that is an influencer with over 100,000 following, or a nonprofit, that the Savers app people, these loyalty partners group, they will give them their own branded app for free. So if that's part of your target market, I think it's a very smart strategy. Like I said, you won't make the $1,250 on selling that app, but you'll get tied into if they're going to be just distribute this card out to everybody for free, or this app to everyone else to get on this app and to do the cash back and save money, you'll get a percentage of that. So over time, it'll definitely be worth it. But there's no credits that'll build up where you can buy down the price of that, $5,000 purchase.
I'm just curious. All right, thank you.
All right, Dom, last question.
Okay.
Don has a question too. Sorry, two more. Go ahead, Dom.
The $200, is that monthly or one-time fee?
2-year period.
That's a 2-year period. Okay.
Yeah.
The $5,000 is just a one-time.
$5,000 is a one-time fee.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I'm done.
There is a fee beyond that, Dominic, for security, because technically you have your own business with that branded app. So that security is something that the app designer does not absorb, and depending upon what the number is of people that you have underneath you determines what that monthly fee is.
Okay. Don.
I promise this is brief. Multiple locations under different names. Would somebody have to sign up for each one? In other words, a restaurant group, but they've got like 6 restaurants.
No,
each
it's a
with
one and
different
done.
name.
If you send up Capriati's in Las Vegas, they'd pay $199 and that would be it. I was
So-
shocked when they told me that, but that's what it is.
Yeah. So unless it's a franchise owned by a different business, and then it might be different. But yeah, if it's all underneath one umbrella.
Great. Thank you.
All right, John. You're still on mute, John.
That's what happens when you're in Texas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I may put my hand up too soon because I had a question at the very end. You were going to take
Oh
questions.
my God.
It's not about this.
Not this son of a bitch.
Oh, who is that?
I don't think we've had that.
Not me. It's not me. It's not me. I was on mute.
Sorry, guys, I got that muted. Go ahead, John.
I don't know were they talking about me?
No.
Go ahead, John.
If they are, I need that person's name because they're gonna get a phone call. So I have a question. I can wait till the very end. I apologize. It's not about the app.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to Lana and then back to John, and then we'll be done.
He just wanted me to go first. Mine's not a question. I think it was Liz, and during the training, when you're an agent to sell them to businesses, I think she was saying it makes so much sense if you're talking to a business and they're a little bit hesitant because you just can't push them over. Just say, here, sign up, use my app. Let them use it for a week and get the cash back. Remind them that the cash back on hotels is amazing. I was looking back there. There's some huge, 40, 50, 60% back. Remind them to use it. And once they start a couple times, you get cash back. It's going to be like, oh, this is what my customers are going to see. This is what they're going to get. This is amazing. That was just a little pointer from Liz, not Liz Deal, but Liz Perkins. And I thought, that's true. If you can't push them over, let them use yours. Say, don't sign up your customers. Because if you're going to do this, you want your customers to sign up under your business app. So just use it yourself for a week for free. That's what she said.
And you're spot on there, Lana, because the way Liz got into this, she owns a hairstyle shop and got approached with this. And it made sense for her and her small business, which is where this all resides.
Right.
Okay, perfect. So guys, what we want to do right now, and then we'll finish up with the general questions. I know we're already going over, but we need to take the time. If you have an Apple phone, go to the App Store. Remember, you're not going to search for the Certainty Cashback app. You're going to search for Savers app. Okay. When you download that Savers app, and I was trying to go through it again. I did mine a while ago, so I don't remember exactly what it pulls up. But once you log in, I put a chat in there. I don't know if it asked for that number then in the chat, but it's our Certainty ID number is 93417. So either on the computer or the app, you're going to have to set it up with that number so it links it to us. And then once you do that, it will show up as the Certainty Cashback app, kind of like I showed you that first screen that we had. Okay, but on your phone, it is still going to say Savers app. The icon will still say Savers app. So I don't want you to get confused. But just you click the icon on your phone will say Savers app. You click on it, but when it opens up, our logo Certainty will be there, and it'll say Certainty, our normal logo, and underneath it will say Cashback app. So that's how you know you're always in the right place. So when you want to use that and get the cashback yourself, you want to make sure you're always in that spot. I'm assuming it's, however, for all of you Android users, you go to the Google store and do the same thing. But if there's any questions, you guys can call me directly. We'll make sure we'll get that set up. But please take the time to look that up. Get in those app stores, get it downloaded to your phone, start using it, start telling friends, family, neighbors, church members, colleagues, whatever else, because it's free and it's just money coming back to them. It's the simplest, in my my thought process, noblest thing, and just way to be helpful and serve others. So
Yeah, Andy, last thing before we get off of this. I've got the 3 reasons why Liz signed up for this. I'm going to have Jill send this out to everybody, okay?
Okay.
Because these are really great questions. She said, would you like to earn from your customers even when they're not shopping with you? The second one was, would you like to earn from your customers when they are no longer your customers? The third one was, would you like to earn from your customers even when they are shopping with your competitors? That sold Liz Perkins on this.
Is that the 200 version or the 5,000 version?
That was the 200 version, actually, Herb. She signed up for the 5,000 after that.
Okay. Wow. So for $200, they can get all of that. That's incredible.
Yep. So, all right, let's finish up with general questions. We're going to go to John and then Don and then Levi. And I think that's it. So we're going to be done. So any other questions yet? Oh, and Lana, do you still have your hand up too? We can go back to you too, but then we got to get out of here. John, go ahead.
Go back to me at the end.
Yeah, so quick question, Victoria, earlier in the conversation when we started here, there was something they were updating or something, and she was going to put it in the Tranual, in that training. My request is, if there's anything new that you guys ever do, when you put that in there, that's great. But if you can also email that out to everybody, because we don't know there's something new in there unless we're always every once a week going through everything and seeing what's new in there and what's not. Maybe you already do that, because I'm pretty new to you guys. But if you don't, my request is to email that out to everybody if there's something additionally that's been added to it. That way we know that's there.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I cannot do that because I add things to Tranual all day long and I would be emailing people all day long. So it's just a matter of everyone being in a knee-jerk reaction to go back to Tranual as a resource.
Yeah, but there's so many different programs in Tranual. I don't think this is not going to happen, Victoria. I love you, but it's just that people don't have that kind of time. They're not going to spend that kind of time to review everything.
I'm only one person and I don't have that time either. So it's on your.
John, I
got it.
John, listen up, guys. Yeah. I will confirm that a lot of times that does get updated. The message goes out in our app, not necessarily on an email, but in the app channel for that product. Victoria will answer a question and say Tranual's updated or something like that. So if you're reading even if it's not a question you had, but if you're just getting those, catching up on the app, in our communication channel app, you'll see that Victoria will constantly mention when Tranual was updated.
That's a great idea. You got it.
That helps.
You got it. And Victoria, also, you're a woman. You're like the power of 3. Okay, so you're and you're a mom.
I already start work at 8 a.m. and I work till midnight every day. There's absolutely no more time in the day for me to do anything else. So I can't take these on my back. Sorry.
Now she's the power of 4 because it was Patrick, Frank, Andy, and now Irv. So now she's got the power. So now she's got to step it up more. Do not just do what the 3 of us can do, but do what the 4 of us can do. So
I said it once, I'll say it again. She needs a placard on her desk that says indispensable.
Yeah. All right, Levi.
Yeah, I just had a question regarding remote care today. I don't know if you got my message regarding my son and his practice.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on that. Get more answers for you, but yeah.
Is there a time that we can follow up on that?
I'm following up for you right now. I've been talking I sent a message to Jim Bland today, so I just haven't gotten back to you because I was hoping he'd get back to me first. So, but let's definitely set up another time.
Okay, I saw your calendar. It was blank for this. I mean, there was no available times for this week. Is there just even a few minutes that you would have that we could arrange privately?
I'm going to be talking to John after this call, and then I'll give you a call because I am booked. I have another couple meetings today, and then tomorrow's my anniversary, and then 4th of July. So.
Oh well, good for you. Okay.
So
thank you.
Yeah, I'll give you a call today.
Happy anniversary, my brother.
Happy anniversary. I was like, wait, oh, happy anniversary.
Yeah.
All right, Lana.
You mentioned it. One question about the app, which I think I'm correct when I was learning, is when they pay the $200, it's a one-time fee. That's cheap advertising for 2 years, but that's all they're getting, right, is advertising. They don't get to share. You're welcome, Denise. They don't get to share in the revenue part of it until they become branded. So
Correct.
that clarifies that. So, but they do get their restaurant in the app. So maybe it'll bring more people in. But really, getting branded is the best way.
And that's why I said onboard them and come back in 90 days and give them the other pitch on the marketing piece.
Yeah. Or if they, or like Lana said, if they see some customers come in a month in the first week, then they might be ready to hear that pitch. But yeah, definitely have a plan to go back. So, all right, guys, thank you very much. Appreciate all the support and help and all the work that you guys are doing. Love
Enjoy
being a
the
part of
forest.
this. Happy 4th of July. Have a great and a safe weekend.
Yes.
We're very honored for where we are. And Glenn, are you still with us?
Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Yeah. All right. Who wants to step in for Glenn today? Anyone dying to step in for Glenn?
I'll do it.
All
God
right.
bless
Go ahead,
America.
God bless America.
Amen.
God bless America.
Thank you, guys.
God bless
And
America.
God
Love
bless
this
all of
team.
you guys.
Be safe out there. Goodbye.
Bye,
Thanks,
everybody.
everyone.
Happy
Take care,
4th.
everybody. Have a good weekend. Have a happy 4th of July.
Bye.
Happy 4th of
Frank,
July.
Frank, I like your outfit. I like your hat and your fleece. It's really cool.